We are at the dawn of an economic recession, a challenge our generation must face head-on. It is rapidly approaching and has already caused massive layoffs in the tech sector. Alongside this, new startups are quickly taking center stage as they become the future powerhouse of our economy. Despite startups creating nearly as much value globally as a G7 economy, over 90% of them end in failure. Our Blue Ocean project aims to prevent the loss in jobs, potential, and capital that failed startups create. Nova was created to address the main cause of failure in the startup industry: lack of investment and understanding of markets. By connecting startups to investors from the general public, Nova aims to increase accessibility to startups that would otherwise only be available to venture capitalists and millionaires. With Nova, a new investing platform, both consumers and startups can launch into the startup space.
In 2023, the global online trading platform market size is worth $10.96 billion. The current market is dominated by investment platforms such as Wealthsimple and Questrade, which offer multiple forms of investing and membership tiers but provide little education and transparency. They push risky investments such as cryptocurrencies and NFTs, but lack the transparency needed to help consumers succeed. With the recent fall of FTX, many investors of these high-risk, high-reward products have been burned and are ready to exit the investing world. These are our first tier of non-customers, those that are willing and interested in investing in a high-risk, high-reward product, but due to the high barrier of entry that startups have, are on the verge of exiting the investing world. Our second tier of non-customers are those who want to invest but have watched as cryptocurrency's value fell by over 50%. They view investing in startups as too risky and choose other forms of investment instead. Our final tier of non-customers are those that do not know how to invest in general or have not even considered the startup world as one that they can enter. Thus, they have chosen to keep their money in bank accounts, watching as inflation eats up their savings.
Our Blue Ocean exists in an area that has been historically ignored but is massively important for the health of our global economy. Nova chooses to eliminate multiple forms of investing to encourage focus on startups as a gateway into economic recovery. We are introducing a single membership tier with optional insurance. Nova reduces the dependency on the middleman by creating an environment in which investors can make the right decisions on their own. However, recognizing the significant knowledge barrier for new investors, we aim to expand our market by raising financial literacy through extensive online learning material. This increases accessibility, which is further reinforced by easy-to-understand data analysis and a seamless-to-navigate user interface and experience. Additionally, Nova presents an enhanced level of ethical investment. It takes the power away from the 1% and gives it to the people. With each investment made on Nova comes a more diversified economy driven by innovation and supported by engaged investors. Nova launches not only into the startup space, but also a blue ocean, by being a platform that directly connects startups and investors based on personalization. Nova recommends and matches investors directly to startups that align with their values and interests. Our platform creates a space where transparency is at the forefront. We ask that all startups provide their up-to-date information as a commitment and to attract investors by lowering the risk. Ultimately, this is how Nova takes a startup investment, a seemingly high-risk, high-reward endeavor, and transforms it into simply a high-reward investment.
The fact that we operate as an online platform that streamlines investors to startups enables us to turn a significant profit. Investors can join Nova for free and start investing with our small transaction and conversion fees. They can benefit from our optional insurance coverage plan for only $5 a month, while startups simply need to pay the one-time fee of $75 to launch off into the world of Nova. We project to break even following 2 years post-product launch as our revenue increases with the landing of new investors and startups on the platform, all while our maintenance costs remain low. To uphold the integrity and transparency of Nova, startups must sign our terms of service where we have indicated the threshold they must meet in terms of communication with investors. They are required to provide their business details that would enable us to calculate their projected market value. We consult a variety of sources, from private records to public databases, to quantitatively analyze a startup's degree of transparency.
Nova is a new investing platform that reduces the choice consumers have to make while simultaneously giving startups insight into the profitability of their ideas. By using simple and easy to understand data analytics and an easy step-by-step tutorial, we maximize the efficiency in the flow of money towards startups. Nova lowers the barrier of entry to investment for the average citizen, placing a focus on transparency, education, and personal engagement. As we prepare to welcome millions of customers over the next few years, we're confident that we can allow both startups and consumers to launch off into the startup space with Nova.